सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्लोका नंबर 10। कादाचित् कत्वतो नात्मा स्यादानन्दमयोऽप्ययम् बिम्बभूतो य आनन्दः आत्मासौ सर्वदा स्थितेः। रिकॉर्डिंग you have to see moving on. From 10th shloka onwards up to from 2nd shloka onwards up to 10th shloka, Vidyaranya dealing with the topic of Panchakosha Viveka. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. And he establishes that all these 5 koshas are not Atma. Atma is different from these 5 koshas. Final Anandamaya also he is negating. Reason also he gives why Anandamaya kosha is not Atma, that he gives. Ayam Anandamayaha api. This Anandamaya kosha also. Maya, the word comes vikararthe mayat. That Maya itself shows Anandamaya kosha is of changing nature. Mayat vikararthe. Vikara means what? That which undergoes a change, modification. So, Ayam Anandamayaha api, even this, api means even this Anandamaya kosha also. Not only Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya kosha, even this Anandamaya kosha also. Api. Na Atma syat. It is not Atma. Na Atma syat. Why? What is the reason? Kadachit katvataha. Kadachit katvataha means because of its temporariness, because of its impermanence. Ananda, Pratibimbananda or experiential Ananda is temporary, not permanent. It is very, very limited, limited in its nature. Kadachit katvataha. There is a gap. Kadachit kataha na atma. Gap you can give, but it is in the printing they are given together. Then second line he says, Yaha anandaha bimbabhutaha atma. This atma is bimbabhutaha. Bimbabhutaha means not Pratibimba Ananda but Bimbananda. It is source of Pratibimba Ananda. Atma is equal to Bimbabhutaha, original anartham. Just as Bimba Mukham, Bimba Atma anartham. Bimba Mukham, Pratibimba Mukham. Bimba Mukham means original face. Pratibimba Mukham means reflected face. Similarly, Bimba Atma means original Atma. Bimba Ananda means original Ananda. Pratibimba Ananda means reflected Ananda. So Bimba Bhutaha Atma means Atma is that whose original nature is Ananda. So Bimba Bhuta Ananda means Bimbananda Nartham. Atma is Bimbananda Bhutaha. Atma is of the nature of original Ananda. Atma is of the nature of original Ananda, source of every Ananda. Just as your original face is the source of all reflected faces. If you have 10 mirrors in front of you, you see 10 faces in the mirror. 10 mirrors. For 10 mirrors, 10 reflected faces, what is the source? Where from those 10 reflected faces are coming? The source is your original face. Your original face is the source. Similarly, Atma is one, Bimbabhutaha, Bimbanandaha. That Bimbananda Atma reflects as so many Anandas, Pratibimba Anandas, in every mind, every intellect. Why that Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, they both are separated? One more point also you can note. This Anandamaya, Vijnanamaya all belong to Sukshma Shariram. Anandamaya belong to Karana Shariram. Why we have to separate Anandamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha? Also one point we can note. Vijnanamaya, Manomaya we have separated. Even though they belong to Sukshma Shariram, Vijnanamaya and Manomaya we have separated because Vijnanamaya will not go out, it is Kartru, Karta. And Manomaya is Karanam, it goes out as a Vritti. That differentiation we have done. Now why Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya we separate, Anandamaya separate na? Ananda comes only in the mind. Why you separate Anandamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha? If you ask, Anandamaya is with full of Ananda. But Dukkham comes, that is the Manodharmaha. Mind is the place, locus of that Dukkham. Dukkham never comes in Anandamaya Kosha. If Dukkham comes in Anandamaya Kosha, you cannot call it as Anandamaya Kosha. Ananda Dukkha Mishra Kosha ani chollalam. Anandamaya Kosha is with full of Ananda. There is no Dukkha. In Anandamaya Kosha, there is no Dukkha. But where is Dukkha? In which Kosha Dukkha comes? One commentator writes that Dukkha comes only in Manomaya Kosha. That is Manomaya Dharma. Manomaya Kosha Dharma Dukkha. It is not belong to Anandamaya Kosha. Therefore, Ananda belongs to Anandamaya Kosha, Dukkha belongs to Manomaya Kosha. It's a very nice discrimination he does this. Therefore, wherever Ananda, Dukkha cannot be there. Wherever Dukkha, Ananda cannot be there. That is why when you are sleeping, Anandamaya Kosha is predominant, Sukham alone is there, Anandam alone is there, because there is no mind. That's why there is no Dukkha. Once you wake up, the mind comes, our Ananda is what? Dukkha Misritam. Once your mind is active in waking state, Ananda is subservient. Dukkha also mixed with. Therefore, our Ananda in waking state is always Dukkha mixture. That's why in sleep your face doesn't have any sort of vikara. All the time, everyone who is sleeping, there is no any sort of gloominess in any sleeping face. So therefore, there Manodharma is not there. Manodharma Dukkha is not there in that Anandamaya Kosha. So, Manomaya Dharmaha Dukkhaha, Ananda, Anandamaya Kosha Dharmaha. So, it's a subtle difference. Bimbabhutaha yaha anandaha atma. Why this is different from Anandamaya Kosha, Bimbananda, Atmananda or Swarupa Ananda? Because Sarvada Sthitehe. This Atmananda is always there. Bimbananda is always there. So Atmananda is equal to Bimbananda is equal to Brahmananda. Okay? There is no difference. Atmananda is equal to Bimbananda is equal to Swarupa Ananda. That is called Brahmananda. Therefore, Sarvada Sthitehe. Just as the mirrors you remove, all your reflected faces will disappear. Your original face disappear and sollakudadu. All mirrors you remove, all reflected faces disappear. What about original face? Your own original beautiful face. Beautiful face. Okay. Beautiful face. It will never disappear. It will never disappear means in spite of the reflected faces disappear, original face continues. Similarly, that reflected Ananda is Kadachitkwataha. It goes. As the medium available, Rasagulla available, Ananda is reflected Ananda. Pattushari Ananda is reflected Ananda. Kara Ananda is reflected Ananda. Putri Ananda is reflected Ananda. Putra Ananda is reflected Ananda. Pautri Ananda. Putra nagaparam Pautri. Granddaughter, grandson Ananda also is a Pratibimba Ananda. It is not Bimbananda. Why? That Ananda comes and goes. When that grandson or granddaughter is very naughty, you are not able to lift them. It is a Pratibimba Ananda. It is not a Bimbananda. It has got gradation. It has got a temporariness, ephemeral. Therefore, Nasthitehe Sarvada Nasthitehe Pratibimbananda. Whereas Bimbananda, Aidi Ananda Swarupam Sarvada Sthitehe. Before going to the next shloka, I want to do some correction. In the previous class, while I was talking to the 7th shloka, Maryadha Vidhi and Abhida Vidhi, that point I have given in an opposite way. Let us make some correction here. Abhividhi dharmaha and Maryada dharmaha arthaha, I said. There, anakhagragaha, that is, you have to take Maryada artha. What is Maryada artha? Means exclusion. Abhividhi artha means inclusion. So, ulta cholitana adikide idadikade slip aidte. Okay. Abhividhi dharma abrahma bhuvana lokaha punaravartinorjuna. When I said that abrahma bhuvana lokaha is a abhividhi artha, inclusion up to brahma loka. I said Maryada artha, but abhividhi artha. I hope I have given in an opposite way. Abhividhi artha means abrahma bhuvana lokaha punaravartinorjuna. Up to brahma loka means inclusion of brahma loka. In upasaka, whoever does sakama upasana, he will come back. That is the meaning there. If you remember the previous class. Okay, if you don't remember, you are really fortunate. If you remember only, you need correction. Okay, abrahma bhuvana loka means I said Maryada vidhi, exclusion and chonnanu. Adi vandu inclusion. Brahmaloka paryantam, he goes and come back means a sakama upasaka will never get kramamukti, he will come back. Therefore, Brahmaloka included. Now here anakhagragahana vijnanamaya kosha pervades up to the nail means exclusion of nails. இது மரியாதா விதி. நான் அபிவிதி அர்த்தான்னு சொன்னேன், இன்க்ளூஷன் சொன்னேன். பட் யூ ரைட் ஆஸ் மரியாதா விதி. மரியாதா மீன்ஸ் Vijnanamaya Kosha will not pervade to the nails. It pervades up to the nails. That means exclusion of nails. If it pervades including nails also, when you cut nails you will get pain. Okay. So therefore Maryada means up to the end of that starting point of the nail. So Vijnanamaya Kosha will not pervade the nails. As long as it is connected to the skin only, it is pervaded. It goes out of the skin, it won't pervade. So that is called Maryada Vidhi. Exclusion. Excluded meaning. Up to means excluding meaning. I think I have given opposite way. That is why I am correction. If you are not, you have given wrong, rightly and okay then. I have a doubt. Okay. Now, confusion, double confusion now. Okay. See, A nakhagragaha is there. A means two meanings are possible. A is there means exclusion also possible, inclusion also possible. Okay. When it is exclusion, A means anakhagragaha means when it is an exclusion of nails. Up to the nails and not included. Not included nails. Nails excluded. That is called Maryada Artha. Okay, Maryada Arthe A. So here in this shloka, 7th shloka, you have to take excluding meaning. Don't include the nails. Okay, I said Abrahma Bhuvanan Lokaha means up to Brahma Loka means inclusion of Brahma Loka. Inclusion of Brahma Loka. Therefore, inclusion of Brahma Loka, a Upasaka travel and comes back. Na? How Upasaka comes back after going to Brahma Loka? Na? Sakama Upasaka comes back. That is the meaning. If you understand, okay. If you don't understand, also okay. These are only technical terms. But in that Vijnanamaya Kosha pervades up to the nail means exclusion of nails. Maryada Arthe. Okay, this is the only last week correction. Now come to the next shloka, number 11. Nanu dehamupakramyam nidranandantavastushu ma bhutatmatvamanyastu na kaschid anubhuyate. In this 11th shloka, a Pura Pakshi opponent has got a doubt, question. For that, Vidyaranya is going to answer in the 12th shloka. What is the Pura Pakshi's objection? Oh Vidyaranya, you are telling Atma is Panchakosha Vilakshanaha. That is the first feature of Atma we have given. In the last class, I gave the 4 features of Atma. Atma, Panchakosha, Vilakshanaha. That what you are telling, Atma is that which is free from these Panchakoshas. But I cannot see that Atma at all, which you are talking, which is not belong to Panchakoshas. I see only Panchakoshas. I feel only Panchakoshas. But I don't experience any Atma other than Panchakoshas. Either I experience the Sthula Shariram, or I experience Pranamaya Kosha, or I feel Manomaya Kosha, or I feel Vijnanamaya Kosha, or Anandamaya Kosha. But you are telling Atma is not any kosha, it is not connected to any kosha, Atma is separate. But I don't experience anything else other than these panchakoshas. Therefore, what is that Atma? Does it exist? Which is beyond 5 koshas? I don't think so. Purvapakshi is raising a question. Nanu. Nanu means Purvapakshi objection. Objection, your honor. Anartham. Objection, your honor, Vidyaranya. What? Deham upakramya nidranandanta vastushu. Deham upakramya means from the beginning of this Deha Annamaya Kosha. Starting from Annamaya Kosha, Deham upakramya, starting from Annamaya Kosha, Nidranandanta vastushu, up to Anandamaya Kosha. Nidra means here Anandamaya Kosha. Why Vidyaranya use Nidra for Anandamaya Kosha? Na? In Nidra only your Anandamaya Kosha is dominant. In waking state, Jagrata Avasthayam, Anandamaya Kosha very, very, very feeble. It is not at all, only Panchadashi class only it is predominant. After Purnamadaha, Anandamaya Kosha goes to very, very, next Thursday work sleeping. Adi madri, Nidra, all the time in Nidra only our Anandamaya Kosha is predominant. Therefore, instead of saying Anandamaya Kosha, use the word Nidra, Nidranta, up to. Nidranta means up to Anandamaya Kosha. Including Ananda. Anta here means including Anandamaya Kosha. Vastushu. Vastushu means kosheshu. Here Vastu means kosha. From Annamaya Kosha up to Anandamaya Kosha, all these 5 koshas, Ma Bhoot Atmatvam. Let not be there Atma Swarupam in these Panchakoshas, I accept. As you say. Okay. Atma, Deha or Annamaya Kosha is not Atma. Pranamaya Kosha is not Atma. Manomaya Kosha is not Atma. Vijnanamaya Kosha is not Atma. Anandamaya Kosha is not Atma. Okay. I agree with you. Ma Bhoot Atmatvam. Na Deha Annamaya Kosha Atmatvam. Let it not be there. Up to Anandamaya Kosha also I agree. None of these koshas doesn't have Atmatva nature. Atmatvam means Atma illai. Na uttikarena. Astu. Atmatvam ma bhoot. Let it not be there. But what is the problem? I have a problem. Whose Purvapakshi has problem. Na kaschid anubhuyate. Na kaschit anubhuyate. Anyat kaschit na anubhuyate. Other than these 5 koshas, I don't experience anything else. Na kaschit means anything else. Na anubhuyate. I don't experience anything other than these 5 koshas. Na anubhuyate. Kaschit means something else. Anubhute means experience. Na anubhuyate means not experienced by me. Either I experience Annamaya Kosha or Pranamaya Kosha or Manomaya Kosha or Vijnanamaya Kosha or Anandamaya Kosha. Either 5 koshas or 3 koshas. In Jagrata Avastha I experience all 5 koshas. In a dream I experience 4 koshas. In deep sleep I experience 1 kosha. Okay, in 3 avasthas, either 1 or 2 or 5 koshas I am experiencing, but I don't experience anything else other than 5 koshas. I don't experience anything other than 5 koshas. Therefore, what is your blessed Atma? Tell me. What is your blessed Atma? Tell me. Other than 5 koshas, I don't experience anything. Therefore, what? You tell me what is that Atma other than 5 koshas. Then Vidyaranya answering for that. 12th shloka. Bhadham nidradaya sarve anubhuyante na cetaraha tadhapi pyete nubhuyante ena tam ko nivarayet. Badham. Badham means I partially agree with you. Vidyaranya says, O Purvapakshi, I agree with you partially. That is true. What you said is true. Other than 5 koshas, you cannot experience anything that you are telling. I agree with you. Partially I agree with you. What he says, Nidradayaha sarve anubhuyante. Nidradayaha means Anandamaya kosha, etc. Anandamaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Pranomaya kosha, Pranamaya, Annamaya, Anubhuyante. That is correct. Na cha itaraha. Other than these 5 koshas, you won't experience anything. I agree. I agree with you. I have no any controversy with this. I have no objection. Tatha api. Na itaraha anubhuyante. You have to supply. Nidradayaha sarve anubhuyante. Na itaraha anubhuyante. Nothing else can be experienced other than 5 koshas. 5 koshas are only can experienceable. Other than 5 koshas, nothing is experienceable. I agree with you. Na itaraha anubhuyante. Tatha api. Even then. Even though. Tatha api means even though the 5 koshas are experienceable, other than 5 koshas, nothing is experienceable. Even though, even then. Appadi irundalum anartham. Appadi irundalum. Yete yena anubhuyamte tam ko nivarayet. It's a very important line. Ete, up to here I will agree with you. Other than 5 koshas, you cannot experience anything. Whatever you experience comes under 5 koshas. Okay, I agree. But I want to ask you, Ete, these 5 koshas, ena anubhuyante, by whom you are experiencing. By whom you are experiencing these 5 koshas, tam, such a principle, such a sakshi chaitanyam, ko nivarayet, who can negate it? Who will negate that? The experiencer of the 5 koshas. Tam means Atma chaitanyam, sakshi chaitanyam, the subject. Even though the Atma is not an object of experience like Panchakoshas, but who can negate, who can doubt this Atma, who is the experiencer of all 5 koshas? Kaha nivarayet means who can object. the existence of that Atma. Yena ete anubhuyante. Yena means by which Sakshi Chaitanyam these five koshas are experienced. How can you doubt that Atma? Purvapakshi says, I don't experience anything other than Atma, other than five koshas. Then Vidyaranya asking, that means you want to say nothing is there. Other than five koshas, nothing is there. I want to say, Vidyaranya says, say, to experience these five koshas, somebody must be there. To experience Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, somebody must be there. Who is that? That is called Atma. That is called Atma. You need not experience the Atma other than five koshas. In every experience of five koshas, Atma is evident. It is the witnessed consciousness. Puriyarthan nenikkare. Kaha nivarayet. Who can negate this? So, such as one example if I give, you can understand. When you come to this hall, I experience no one is there. Nobody is there. So, nobody is there means what? You cannot say nobody. You have to say what? Nobody is there other than me. To experience, nothing is there in that hall. Suppose hall is empty. When you come to this hall is empty. You say, there is nothing in the hall. There is nothing in the hall. You say, is it nothing or something? There is something. To talk about nothing, there must be something. Who is that something? The talker. Who is talking about nothing? He must be there. Therefore, can you say there is nothing? You cannot say there is nothing. To talk about nothing, you must be there. When you are there, how can you say there is nothing? You cannot say nothing. Clear that? Therefore, what you have to say instead of saying nothing, there is nothing other than me. There is nothing else other than me. Appadi sollanu. So, nothing word is nothing. It would have not be there in the dictionary. If nothing is nothing, it would have not been there in the dictionary. To talk about nothing, the word to come in the dictionary, the one who writes dictionary, who is writing, must be there to write about nothing. Nothing. Nothing to write, I must be there. Is it nothing then? Nothing. So, the witnesser of nothing is there. The writer of nothing is there. The witnesser of nothing is there. That means the Atma is the witnesser of five koshas. When that Atma is Sakshi Chaitanyam, you cannot experience it as Panchakoshas. Atma, you cannot experience it as Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. Therefore, can you say Atma is not there? Because you are not, experienceability is not there, perceptibility is not there, knowability also is not there for Atma. How, therefore, Atma is not there? Can you say? No. No. In every experience, every knowability, every perceptibility, that is witnessed by Atma. But this Atma is not object. Therefore, Atma is the subject, it is never the object. Who is that subject? I, the witness consciousness. I am the experiencer of Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is why in deep sleep, Aham Sukham Aswapsam Nakinchid Avedisham. I slept well, I do not know anything. Who is that? Atma Chaitanyam. Okay, now Atma is there or not? Is it nothing? The presence of Panchakoshas, it is the witnesser. Absence of Panchakoshas, also it is the witnesser. Where is the absence of Panchakoshas? In which avastha? Nidravastha. Okay? Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha is only potentially functioning, but you do not know that Pranamaya Kosha is functioning or not. But I am the conscious principle, I am there, who is the witnesser of that Anandamaya. Therefore he says, Kaha nivarayet tam yena ste anubhuyante. Who can negate that? Who can refuse that witness consciousness by whom all these 5 koshas are experienced? That's why I am the experiencer, consciousness, awareness. Can I doubt my existence? Can I doubt my existence? நான் இருக்கேனா இல்லையா கொஞ்சம் பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க. Not possible. Next shloka. Swayamevānubhūtittvāt vidyate nānubhavyata gnātru-gnānāntarābhāvāt agneyo natvasattaya. So there is nothing other than witness consciousness only you have to say. You should not say there is nothing other than 5 koshas means emptiness, it is shunyam. You should not say. There is nothing other than witness consciousness. Who is that witness consciousness? I am. How do you know? How do you know? I am the witnessed consciousness. I am the knower, awarer of my Annamaya Kosha. Physical body. Doubt anna konja pinch your body and see. I am the witnesser. I am the experiencer of this physical body. Okay? Therefore, what I experience is not me. I am the subject experienced by me, that is called object. Drishyam. I am Drik. Then I experience the prana also. Breathing, inhalation, exhalation. You have doubt, keep a finger near your nose. Air is going inside and coming out. I am the experiencer of prana. So, I am not prana because I am the Drik. Prana is Drishyam. It is experienced by me. 2 koshas I am not. Then I experience my mind. What mind? What dharma? Manodharma. Dukkham. Dukkha Rupa Manaha I experience. Why? Pallu neppi மூலமா மனசு துக்கமா இருக்கு. கால் neppi, முதுகு வலி, எல்லா வலி மனசுக்குள்ள all dukkams are there. I experience the mind. So mind is also Drishyam. I am the Drik. Vijnanamaya also. Panchadashi Puriliye. And who is awareness? Aware of that. Koncham Puriyarde Panchadashi. Koncham Puriyave ille. Who is aware of that? Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha is able to grasp Panchadashi 50% to 70%, 80% Of that Vijnanamaya Kosha, what graspability, who is the awarer of that? I am conscious of my own intellect. Therefore, intellect is what? Object. I am aware of my intellect. Grasping intellect, non-grasping intellect. So I am aware of. So therefore, it is Drishyam, Vijnanamaya Kosha, I am Drik. Then Ananda also. Ananda also I am experiencing. What Ananda? Morning Ananda is 80%, afternoon Ananda is 50%, evening Ananda is 20%. That Ananda gradation also who is experiencing? I, the conscious. I am conscious of my gradation Ananda. I am conscious of my Ananda which has got gradation. The one who is conscious of that Ananda which has got gradation is having gradation. The one who is conscious of that Ananda which has got gradation is free from gradation. Therefore, I don't have any vikara. Gradation free I am. Therefore, I am Drik, Ananda, Pratibimba Ananda, so Ananda, 50% Ananda, 80% Ananda, 100% Ananda. Vechikalam. Irkadu. Okay, 100% Ananda is Drishyam. Because I am experiencing it. Therefore, that Ananda experienced by me is Bimbananda or Pratibimbananda. Is reflected happiness or original happiness? Reflected. Why? Because 50%, 80%, 70, 90% Kadachitkattvam is there. Therefore, it is Drishyam. I am ever the same. Sarvada sthitehe bimbhabhutaha atma aham kadapi panchakosha. I never be in panchakosha. I am away from panchakoshas. Then who am I? Then who am I? I am consciousness, existent, principle, awarer, experiencer, observer, perceiver, knower. I am. Therefore, now he says in this 13th shloka, have we read 13th shloka? Now look into the shloka. This Atma, awarer, consciousness, existent principle need not be experienced. Swayameva anubhutitvat. Swayameva means by itself. By itself, Swayameva anubhutitvat. Anubhuti means Sakshi Chaitanyam. Anubhutitvat. Anubhutitvat. What? Na vidyate na anubhavyata. Na vidyate anubhavyata. Since this consciousness by itself is experience, is our nature. Anubhuti means Sakshi Chaitanyam by itself. Swayameva, it is evident, self-evident anartham. Swayameva anubhutitvat means it is self-evident. It need not be experienced by anything. Everything is experienced by this. That which is everything that experiencing need not be experienced. It need not be experienced. Na vidyate anubhavyata means it cannot have knowability. It cannot have perceptibility. It cannot have what? Experienceability. Why? It need not be experienced by anything. It need not be known by anything. It need not be perceived by anything, because it is self-perceiver, self-experiencer, it is self-observer, it knows itself. That's called Swanubhava or Swayameva Anubhutihi. This is called Atmatvam. Third future he is establishing. From this 13th shloka onwards, up to this 12th shloka, the Purvapakshi answer over. From 13th to 27th shloka, 15 verses, Vidyaranya reveals the fact Brahman happens to be myself. In the previous 11th and 12th shlokas, he presents the second feature, Guha Nihitatvam. By answering this 11th shloka of Purvapakshi, in the 12th shloka, he says he has established Guha Nihitatvam. Atma is available in these 5 koshas, guhas. So, Guha Nihitatvam. It is the witnesser of 5 koshas. Therefore, Guha Nihitatvam, second feature is over. Now, Atmatvam doesn't have, by these 5 koshas, Atmatvam is not there in 5 koshas, Atmatvam is there in Atma. Therefore, it is self-evident that Atmatvam he establishes. Brahman happens to be myself, therefore I need not experience myself. Now comes to this point, when you want to experience Atma, is an object to experience. Body is object, therefore you experience. Prana is object, you experience. Mind is also drishyam, object, you can experience. Vijnana is also an object you can experience. Ananda, Pratibimba Ananda also an object experience. But the Brahman, Atma happens to be myself. It is not an object outside. Brahman, Atma happens to be myself, the subject. How the subject can experience the subject? How the subject, I, the self, Atma, am experienceable by an external object? Is it possible? No. I am Atma, therefore I am the self. I need not be experienced by anything. Why? I am the subject. I, the subject, experience every object. Subject has to be experienced by whom? See, I experience the clip, I experience the flower. Who experienced me? Listen to the example. I experience the flower, I experience the clip, I experience the mic. So I am the subject, experiencer. Whatever is experienced by me, all come under object. Whatever experienced by me comes under object. I am the subject. I, the subject, to be experienced by, is it necessary? Subject need not be experienced. Subject is self-experienced. Therefore, flower is there or not, I, the subject, must be there to establish the object. To establish the subject, you require object. To establish the object, you require what? Subject. To establish the subject, I require object or not. To establish object, you require subject. To establish the subject, nothing is required. The subject object puriyalanna, idu puriyano, idu kuda puriyalanna, இன்னும் விளக்கமாக சொல்லணும்னா, இந்த பூ இருக்கான்னு புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு நான் இருக்கணும். நான் இருக்கேன்னு புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு யார் இருக்கணும்? இது அச்சமான தமிழ். ஓகே, நமக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் வேண்டாம், கிராமர் வேண்டாம், ஒன்றும் வேண்டாம். ஓகே, அது விட்டுடலாம். சப்ஜெக்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் விடுங்க. இந்த பூ இருக்கான்னு சொல்றதுக்கு யார் இருக்கணும்? நான் இருக்கணும். பூவுக்கு நான் இருக்கேன்னு பூவுக்கு தெரியுமா? கிளிப்புக்கு நான் இருக்கேன்னு கிளிப்புக்கு தெரியாது. இந்த கிளிப்பு இருக்குன்னு சொல்றதுக்கு, பூ இருக்குன்னு சொல்றதுக்கு யார் இருக்கணும்? நான் இருக்கணும். நான் இருக்கேன்னு பாரு, சிரிக்கிறேன் அப்படியே. நான் இருக்கேன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு யார் இருக்கணும்? அப்பா, யூ ஹாவ் அண்டர்ஸ்டுட், தட்ஸ் எனஃப் ஃபார் மீ. Okay, I have communicated now. This is what, see, what language you are talking, high language, low language, mother tongue, English tongue, I don't bother. உனக்கு சப்ஜெக்ட் புரிஞ்சா போதும். This is what Mauna Vyakhya. Uncommunicable to be communicated. Very difficult. So, the subject need not be experienced. This is ever the experiencer, never the experienced. Flower is ever the experienced, never the experiencer. அப்பப்போ இந்த flower வந்து, can it become an experiencer of anything? Flower can experience anything. Clip can experience anything. If they experience, they become what? If they experience something, they become what? Subject. Can flower become subject at any time? It can never become the subject. That means what? Object is ever the object. Subject is ever the subject. Subject can never become the object. Object can never become the subject except in one case. Drigdrishya Viveka, care of. Mind is the experiencer of the external world. Mind is the experienced object for the Sakshi. So mind plays Drik and Drishyam both. Care of Drigdrishya Viveka. I am talking, whole thing is from Drigdrishya Viveka. Okay? Mind is the seer number 1, seer number 2. Sakshi Chaitanyam is ever the seer, never the seen, but mind is seer and seen. Objects, worldly objects are ever the seen, never the seer. So the mind is seen from the standpoint of Sakshi Chaitanyam. Mind is the seer from the standpoint of external world. Except this case, object can never become the subject. This subjectivity also borrowed subjectivity. This mind also is subject temporarily, knowing the world because of what? Because of Sakshi Chaitanyam only. It borrows sentiency from the Sakshi and becomes a seer, knower. But this is mithya, knowerhood. Okay, this is all extension. It is not necessary. And I am not able to resist myself. The problem. Now look into the shloka. I take little 5 minutes more today. Okay. Swayameva anubhutitvat. Appa, இந்த கதெல்லாம் எதுக்கு சொன்னா புரியுமோ இப்போ? Swayameva anubhutitvat. That's why you ask your husband or wife, என்னங்கோ அது இருக்கா అని சொல்லுங்க. If it is there, tell me or not. Is there, tell me or not. Some object you inquire, but you never ask your husband, please tell me I am there or not. I am there or not, please tell me. You never doubt your presence. You never doubt your presence. In Vidyaranya language, Swayam Anubhutitvat. You are self-experiencer. You need not depend on anything outside for your experience. Flower is depending upon me. Clip is depending upon me for its existence, for its experience, but I am not depending upon anything. Therefore, vidyate na anubhavyata. Therefore, there is no anubhavyata vidyate. Knowability doesn't exist with regard to myself. Anubhavyata means knowability, objectivity, experienceability, perceptibility, anubhavyata. Na vidyate, will not be there, cannot be there, need not be there. With regard to me, the Sakshi Chaitanyam, with regard to myself. நான் இருக்கேனா இல்லையா అని தெரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டிய தேவை இல்லை. நான் இருக்க இல்லையான்னு யாருக்காவது சந்தேகமா? நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு யூ கொஸ்டின் யுவர் செல்ஃப், நான் பஞ்சதசி கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கேனா இல்லையா? அந்த மாதிரி யாருக்கு சந்தேகம் வரல நினைக்கிறேன். Because all Panchadashi students are sane, isn't it? That's why you never get doubt of your existence here. You are all self-evident or not? Self-evident? Yes? Yes? Oh, very good. Na anubhavyata vidyate. That is what? Here. Na anubhavyata, experienceability doesn't exist for witness, consciousness, Sakshi Chaitanyam, Aham. I doesn't require. I never depend upon anything for the proving my existence. I never depend upon anything to prove my existence. Why? Gnatra Gnanantara Abhavat. Gnanantara means there is another Sakshi Chaitanyam. Gnanantara means another Sakshi Chaitanyam to know me, this is Sakshi Chaitanyam. Sakshi Chaitanyam number 1, I am knowing everything. To know this Sakshi Chaitanyam number 1, is there any other Sakshi Chaitanyam? Atma. Irukare Varuna Atma da. Okay. Atma ekaha. Therefore, Gnanantaram Gnatru Abhavat. How to understand this Gnanantaram? Gnanantaram means a second Sakshi Chaitanyam. Antaram means a second Sakshi Chaitanyam. To know the first Sakshi Chaitanyam. I am the first Sakshi Chaitanyam. Witness consciousness. To know this witness consciousness, a second consciousness existent principle, second Sakshi Chaitanyam is there? It's not there. Gnanantaram Gnatru Abhavat means a second Sakshi Chaitanyam. Gnatru means which can objectify the first Sakshi Chaitanyam. Gnatru, Gnanam, Antaram, Gnanantaram. Gnatru, Gnanantaram, Gnatru, Gnanantaram. Gnatru, Gnanantaram, Tasya Abhavat. Because of the non-availability of second Sakshi Chaitanyam to know the first Sakshi Chaitanyam, you can never objectify yourself. If you want to put in Sanskrit, Prathama Sakshi Chaitanyam Vishayi Kartru Dvitiya Sakshi Chaitanya Abhavat. I am the first Sakshi Chaitanyam, knower of everything. I am the witnesser of this clip. Who is the witnesser of this witnesser? I am the witnesser of this clip. Who is the witnesser of this witnesser? There is no other witnesser. In Atma is one. Witness consciousness is one. In all bodies. There is no second consciousness. Therefore, Gnatra Gnanananta Abhavat. Abhavat means absence of. Because of the absence of second Sakshi Chaitanyam to know that first Sakshi Chaitanyam, that is me. Because of the absence of second Sakshi Chaitanyam witnessed consciousness, there is no second witnessed consciousness to know the first witnessed consciousness. Suppose there is second witnessed consciousness to know the first consciousness. Who will know that second consciousness? Third consciousness will know. Who will know that the third consciousness? Fourth. Appa enna anavastha dosham. Infinite regression will come. Therefore what? Stop with one consciousness. Don't go for second consciousness. If you say second consciousness, there is admission open for you and all. Sir, Gnatrugnana Abhavat, Gnatrugnana Antara Abhavat, Agneyaha. This Sakshi Chaitanyam is not knowable. Agneyaha means not knowable. Since there is no second Sakshi Chaitanyam to know the first Sakshi Chaitanyam, therefore this first Sakshi Chaitanyam is ever the knower, never the known. Agneyaha means not knowable. Agneyaha. Agneyaha illa Agneyaha. It is not possible. It is not possible. Anubhavyata is not because anubhutitvat, chaitanya rupatvat, it is not possible. Agneyaha. It is not knowable, therefore can you say it is not there? Non-perceptibility, non-knowability, unknowability, imperceptibility, non-experienceability, therefore you can say it is not there. Na tu asattaya. Taya, that means asat taya na bhavati. Asat, it is not non-existent. Taya means of that Sakshi Chaitanyam, first Sakshi Chaitanyam doesn't have non-existence. Taya asat na. Taya asat asattaya na bhavati. Not non-knowability is not the non-existence of Sakshi Chaitanyam. Sakshi Chaitanyam need not be known. It is ever the knower. It is never the known. People talk about that since it is not known. Have you seen Atma? I have not seen. Have you seen Brahman? I have not seen Brahman. Have you seen Atma? I have not seen Atma. Therefore, that Atma is not there. Have you seen God? I have not seen God. Can you say God is not there? God is Atma. Atma is Brahman. Brahman is God. Can you see God? Now tell me. If you see God, you see what type of God? Lower nature of God. Apara Prakriti only you see. Tyagaraja saw only Apara Prakriti. Mirabai saw Krishna as Apara Prakriti. Para Prakriti, Nirguna Atma, Nirvikara Atma, Sakshi Chaitanyam, no one can see or experience. Why? Why no one can see? That Para Prakriti Rupa Brahma Atma Chaitanyam witness consciousness happens to be fortunately myself. There where you have to go now, tell me. Where you have to go. Struggle ends or not? Struggle ended. Shubham anartham. Shubham. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.